These days, if you say the term red pill, it's often associated with a community of men on YouTube hell-bent on teaching young men self-improvement and understanding women so that they can better navigate the world and become the best versions of themselves. Some channels are doing a better job of getting that message across than others, such as Mediocre Tutorial Reviews and Poor Man's Podcast, and others' better judgment has been clouded by their success, thus leaning too much into the entertainment side of things, and their message gets lost in translation because of it. That's the red pill today, but the term originally came from the 1999 classic The Matrix. There's a scene in which Neo meets Morpheus and he asks him if he would like to take the red or the blue pill. The blue pill represents living life blissfully ignorant to what's really going on, and the red pill represents understanding things for what they really are and adapting. It would seem that Meek Mill took the red pill finally and he woke up. He recently took to Twitter to air out his grievances with the music industry. It only took him like 10 years in the game for him to finally check the books, and it would seem that he's not happy with the cut of money he's receiving from his record deal. He's on record saying, "Man, when a label gave me a plaque, I thought they was trying to trick me. LOL. Show me the financials that my art made. That other issue's a mental trick. Give me a plaque with how much my song made and how much I got paid. I'm shying away from the whole system. It's not for us." He then went on to reveal that his latest project, Flamerz 5, wouldn't be available on major streaming platforms such as Spotify and Apple. He's on record saying, "I don't want Flamerz 5s on no streaming service. This is strictly underground music. Billboard can't rate it, just rate the music. I bet you $1 million I can make the whole United States and the whole world play it with one upload button. I've been doing this since MySpace." LOL. That's cool and all, but all I gotta add statement is that Tom was Meek Mill's first fan. Who would have thought that the godfather of social media would have had Meek Mill in his top 8, let alone listen to him? Shout out to Tom for embedding Meek Mill's music on his profile via HTML or under people's pictures, because remember that's what they used to do on MySpace. Now, with all the jokes out of my system, allow me to first say kudos to Meek for finally waking up and taking his business a little more seriously. Second, let's address him saying just rate the music. I'm glad he asked, because oh my god, do I have some hot takes on this. Flamerz 5 is not good. It was hard to listen to after Nas's King's Disease 3 was in heavy rotation. Check out my review on that album, by the way. There will be a link in the description box below. Flamerz 5 is not an album, but a mixtape. And when I say mixtape, I mean old school, early 2000s style of mixtape that you would find on datpiff.com. This isn't the case of an artist releasing an album with all original music, then trying to call it a mixtape so we don't judge it as harshly. Flamerz 5 is the 5th entry in a long-going series that harkens back to the days of when Meek Mill was rocking the dirty braids and freestyling at every radio station that would let him. He tries his best to capture the essence of that young, hungry kid, but ultimately he drops the ball in my opinion. It's hard to put yourself in that mind frame when you've consistently been one of the hottest rappers of the last 10 years and financially stable. Instead, what you get is just him talking over various popular beats of today. This entire project is unnecessary. Ironically, Flamerz 5 consists of 5 key ingredients. Those include 1, I'm really from Philly, or I'm really from the trenches. 2, I really got money. 3, I really know shooters. 4, I really got a rollie on my wrist. And 5, I really fornicate with large numbers of beautiful women on the regular. Now spread that message across 14 tracks and there you have Meek Mill's latest offering. Now some might argue, well, what did you expect? That's what he's known for. But I think what Flamerz 5 exposes is proper production really helps convey Meek's message. People love to talk about the intro on his debut album Dreams and Nightmares, and rightfully so, it's a classic. But one record that's underrated is his intro on his Championships album. It sampled Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight, and that simple flip on the beat drastically improved the mood and the tone of the record. Because nothing on Flamerz 5 was produced for Meek, it makes his weaknesses much more glaring. Hell, he doesn't even glide on beats from popular songs that people actually like. The biggest offender on this mixtape is his remix to Ice Spice's Munch. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear no 35-year-old grown-ass man rap about being a munch. This song is laughably bad. I was walking my dog and I was snickering the entire time because all I could think about was when he previewed the song on Twitter and he was shooting to the camera and he was looking mad sassy. This goes back to what I was talking about in my King's Disease 3 review. It's nothing worse than an old rapper in the club talking about where the bitch is at. I would like to see Meek evolve. The second thing that pissed me off about this project is, and this would probably be the 6th ingredient if I could add one, is this dude is just loud for no reason. The intro had me hyped because it sampled Eye of the Tiger, very fitting using the Rocky theme, seeing as he's from Philly. I was hyped. And then the beat dropped and he came in loud as hell and the beat was muddy too. Matter of fact, the entire project is poorly mixed and it really rears its head if you listen with a good pair of headphones. My ears damn near started bleeding when the beat dropped on the intro. I had to turn the song down because you know a Saiyan's ears are mad sensitive.
Should I tone it down so you can keep up, monkey?
This is the third video that you've appeared in, dude. Can you stop? It's not that I can't keep up with you. You have to understand that this is confusing. This man's name is Meek Mill. And according to the dictionary, the word meek means quiet, gentle, and easily imposed on. I would just like to see Mr. Mill not speak 20 decibels above the average human being. But back to the music. Another offender is track 13 titled Canon 2022. Meek does his best early 2000s, the drought is over, Lil Wayne impression, and he fails miserably. Once again, when the production isn't tailored towards him, what you get is a bunch of generic bars that make you feel nothing. He needs that production to amplify his voice. Actually, he doesn't need to amplify anything. He's loud enough. And I know I sound like a hater, but I enjoy some of Meek's stuff. I just wasn't a fan of this project at all. And it doesn't help you have to go out of your way to listen to this subpar mixtape. It's not available on major streaming services, so I had to listen on SoundCloud. Even if I could, I wouldn't even add a single song off this project to my Spotify playlist. It's very strange to hop on Twitter and shout about knowing your worth and then dropping mediocre work. And on top of that, I don't even think he could get this mixtape on major streaming platforms if he wanted to. Reason being is he uses other people's beats that he doesn't own. That's a lot of clearance that he would have had to get done. There's no way to profit off of that. That's why artists would give their mixtapes away for free during the Dat Piff days in the early 2000s. It's a way to generate buzz before the album drops. To pretend like releasing Flamerz 5 has something to do with uplifting artists and sticking it to the record label seems rather disingenuous. But hey, I'm just saying.